Hello and welcome to Sam the Cooking Guy. Give you one guess what we're cooking today. Not you, not him, not this one, but it's pork day. It's gonna be fun and delicious. I mean that in the nicest way possible. Don't go away. I'm Sam the Cooking Guy. This show is about food that's big in taste and small in effort.
Man, is that good.
Totally easy stuff anyone can make.
Look at them going already.
And everything comes from a supermarket. You take all those other cooking shows like this. You don't need them anymore. This is Sam the Cooking Guy. So this is Christina Cook of Cook Pigs Ranch. And it's almost an unfortunate last name.
It's a play on words,
but
definitely.
The Cook Pigs, I thought it was,
We
whatever.
cooked pigs, yeah. Yeah.
And you don't really cook pigs, you raise pigs.
You don't. I just raise pigs.
Can I just say,
Like you. Yeah.
there's a lot of pigs here, and oh my God, the smell. Do you ever get used to it?
Yes, I really don't even notice it anymore.
All right, so tell me what you guys do.
We've been around for about 5 years. We started this all for our kids, for their health and to know where our food was coming from. And it's transitioned into this insaneness, but our whole goal is to treat the pig like a pig, have them pastured, treat them humanely, and give them a good life and make amazing meat out of them as a product.
When you say you started this for your kids, did you mean you were just gonna raise a few pigs?
Yeah, I do,
Just for personal consumption?
Yeah, for personal consumption. I learned I was really good at marketing.
And now you're selling to chefs all over the place? And
Actually, only in Southern California.
Only Southern California.
So we're really special because we sell to chefs and restaurants only in Southern California right now.
And can civilians buy your porkly products?
They can,
Yeah.
yep. And we have 2 outlets, one in San Diego, one here in Julian.
Yeah.
And we do farm tours so people can learn about their food and where it's coming from.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So tell me the kind of pigs that you raise.
We have about 10 different breeds of heritage pigs, and they're all pretty rare. And we crossbreed them, and we do pure breeds as well.
And heritage pig would mean?
Heritage pig would mean actually it's mostly endangered. So, and they are specifically intended for outdoor pastured farming, not for intensive farming.
Right.
Yeah.
So give me an example of some of the pigs. Like I'm standing here, right? And I'm seeing.
This is a Duroc.
This is a Duroc.
This is a Duroc. That is a Berkshire crossed with a Duroc and Yorkshire, I believe.
You see Duroc on a ton of restaurant menus.
You do, yeah.
Is it preferred because why?
Durocs are still pretty lean. They're pretty much still commercially raised.
Yeah.
They're in between a heritage pig, which is really fatty and more intended for somebody that knows how to use the fat on a pig.
Yeah.
Then in between like a Yorkshire that is really thin. They're sort of a middle. Now, none of my pigs here are ever going to be thin because we raise pigs for fat. So we're doing the opposite of what commercial pigs are intended to do. We want them to have fat cap.
Yes.
I want them to have marbling, to have color, and to look more like the other red meat instead of the white meat.
What do they eat? What do you feed them?
Our pigs are on a forage diet, and then they're also on a grain that I've specially modified for them that contains natural additives like diatomaceous earth and red clay to help naturally deworm them.
Yeah.
And then they also eat about 1,000 pounds a day of freshly grown barley.
The après growing the pig part, the death part and the processing, you guys do all that?
We actually have our own USDA cut and wrap butcher facility down in Kearney Mesa. We do that. We do not do the slaughtering though.
Yeah.
We bring the slaughter to a USDA facility up north.
Oh, hey, he started to eat my shoe.
Yes.
Why would he do that?
That's how they learn about things. Instead of like a dog where they sniff, they're very intrusive and they bite at you. Well, actually, pigs are really interesting animals because pigs are individual thinkers and they actually think that they are as dominant and as smart as you are.
Let's get this out of the way. The expression happier than a pig in
Yes.
Is it true? Are pigs happy? You're just pointing.
They're happy.
I mean, you're giving them intentionally a really wonderful pig life.
I'm intentionally giving them what I would like call hog heaven here for them.
Yeah.
We're sitting in about a 7-acre pasture right now, so not a whole lot they got to worry about.
How many pigs in total do you generally have?
Right around 700.
Around 700. And well, I saw those moms. Those
Yeah.
moms are big and laying down because they're what, always feeding or something, or
Nope, they're just resting. They're just really relaxed.
Yeah.
They don't have a lot going on except
Yeah.
just waiting to be pregnant or being pregnant. So.
Look at me, it's just like absolutely. You're right. Happier than a pig. There it is.
They're social. Yeah.
All right, Christina, thank you so much.
Yeah, of course.
We're gonna split.
Okay.
I'm gonna take some of your pork products
Yes.
and make some stuff, and I hope
Cool.
I do justice.
You will.
To
You
them.
will.
I really do.
Yeah, we're excited you came. Thank you so much.
You've been awesome. Thanks a
Yeah,
lot.
of course.
Okay, don't go away. When we come back, I'm cooking with pork, of course, because it's pork day on Sam the Cooking Guy. This is Sam the Cooking Guy. All right, but so look, here we are back from Cook Pigs with a bevy. Was that the right word? I think bevy refers to like a group of women. Is that right? Nobody knows. I was gonna say a bevy of pork products, but maybe a selection of pork products. So we got these beautiful tomahawk pork chops. And tomahawk because they intentionally leave the bone long on these things. We'll be marinating those. This is beautiful pork tenderloin. This is about the size that they are. Her pork products are gorgeous. They're really beautiful. We're gonna do a little Japanese tonkatsu thing with these. And this is these days it seems, the holy grail of pork products, pork belly. So think of it as basically uncured, unsmoked, no flavored bacon. So we're gonna braise this, slow cooking it in some liquid and make it amazing. Let's start with the pork belly because it's gonna take the most time. Let's start by getting this pot a little bit warm. So I'm gonna do this in 2 pieces. We'll help it just cook a little bit faster. Now, the thing that I like to do is I like to score the top of this. So I wanna cut down through the skin, but not through the meat. And I'm gonna do this in this little diamond pattern thing. So we put some olive oil in, even though there's fat, we just don't want it to stick right away. And then these guys are gonna come in. And then we want to brown. And we're gonna brown this guy all the way around. All right, I hope this is not confusing because now I'll start the marinade. Is this confusing? Sam, anybody?
No, I think it's good.
Nobody, everybody's good with this. Let me find something I can marinate them in. So this is gonna need some garlic. And we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4 big cloves in here. We want this to be strong, big, bold flavors. Turning. Nice. We're learning things. I know when I told some friends I was doing pork belly, they were very excited. Because a lot of people like pork belly, but I don't know that a lot of people know how to cook pork belly. And I'm gonna say, despite the fact that I have to start by doing this, it's a pretty simple system. About 1/4 cup of soy sauce. Now you could use sesame oil or chili sesame oil, or sesame chili oil. I don't want it too hot, so I'll use a little bit of both. I'm gonna use a couple tablespoons sesame oil and a couple tablespoons of chili sesame oil. 1, 2. Okay, these guys now need to turn off the bottom. So we'll just give the sides a turn. All right. About the same amount of Dijon. Look at my list. Oh, honey. Back to these guys. Yep. I'm just gonna do all the 4 sides, regular salt, and some of this pepper. Oh, this is gonna be good. Okay, so we'll put some in the bottom, half in the bottom. And now the rest on top. It's going in the fridge. We're gonna cook these in the last segment along with finishing off the pork belly. These guys are done. So here's what happens here. Pork belly comes out. Look at those guys. Now I got to get some of this oil out. This grease I don't need. I need ginger and garlic. So I'm just gonna cut these like coins of ginger, like this. We got some cloves of garlic that I'm not gonna bust up. I'm not gonna mince or anything. I'm just gonna throw them in like this. So we'll do a couple of these big guys right here. So Asian, Chinese, pork belly. So I'm using Chinese beer. Now the heat can go back on. I'm gonna give it about 1/4 cup of soy sauce. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 5 spice powder goes in. 2 tablespoons. We bring the pork back. We nestle the pork in here, but we want enough liquid to be most of the way up the pork, right? So that will just be water now. Okay, that's fine. And now the ginger and the garlic. Just drop these guys in. And we want it to boil. Watch this. It's not boiling. Oh wait, I can make it boil. All right, so that is a boil. You bring it to a boil, you turn it down to a simmer. As we're making the tonkatsu, we'll show you what a proper simmer looks like. Okay, tomahawk pork chops marinated, pork belly seared in its braising liquid in the pot. And that's it for the segment. We'll come back, we're making the tonkatsu, super delicious. This is Sam the cooking guy. Okay, see that? That's a little simmer. It's really all you want. That's all the activity that you want. But we have something important to do now, which is now to move this. Hold on, sorry. We're gonna use this beautiful tenderloin. We're gonna cut a couple medallions out of this and just flatten them out a little bit. Just some olive oil. So the goal here, ladies and gentlemen, is even thickness, and we've done that. This is a classic little breading station. I believe we've done this before. 3 bowls to do this. And let me get some oil warming. Can't do without oil. So we'll give ourselves a little bit of oil in here. We'll start this heating. 350 degrees, approximately. If it's too low, it doesn't crisp up and then the oil soaks in and that's no good. Too hot and the stuff burns up right away and that's not what you want either. So, classic breading station, flour one side, breadcrumbs on the other, and this is Japanese. Tonkatsu is very Japanese, so of course we would use the Japanese breadcrumbs, panko, but I use them for almost everything. I don't own regular breadcrumbs. Eggs. Or as my kids would have said when they were little, eggs. Uno, dos. All right, salt, pepper. Kosher salt. We've had the conversation before, please use it. Doesn't have anything added to it. No anti-clumping agents, no iodine, none of that stuff. The salt used the right way makes things taste better. Again, we've explained this before. I think it's counterintuitive to go into the flour first. You feel like you want to go into something wet, but the flour helps the egg and definitely helps the whole thing get extra crispy. Then into the egg, then into the panko, then just repeat. You just want to make sure these guys are covered nicely. So 337, 350, look at 379, 380, 379. Turn it down a little bit. Let's make our sauce, shall we? We need a little sauce. A little tonkatsu sauce is important. It's oyster sauce. Do you keep oyster sauce? Somewhere on my website is a listing of Asian pantry items that I think are really important. And oyster sauce is one of those things that it's nice to have. Ketchup and Worcestershire. Worcestershire? Ketchup. Tiny bit of sugar. Yum, that's really good. Okay. When you put anything in oil like this, you always put it in away from you. In case it splatters, it will splatter away. Perfect, that's perfect. Damn it, I'm happy. You know what we need for the top of this? Some green onion. But wait till you see these things. I'm about to blow your mind. Look what I found. Ready? You would recognize these as what? What's my favorite vegetable? Green onion. You failed the test. Green onion, you know I love green onion. Yes.
Oh no, I thought you were.
I can't hear them. Green onion, you know I have this
Yes, green.
abnormal obsession with green onions, right?
Yeah.
But look it. Ready? You on my hand?
Yep.
I'm about to blow your mind. Boom! What? Green red onions. Yes, that's what they are. Or red green onions. Look at them. They're gorgeous. I've never seen anything this beautiful in my life. Well, my wife on her wedding day. I'll give her that.
Good answer.
Thank you. And then we just cut these up a bit. I got that. I made some rice. We're having rice with this. In fact, we'll use my father's rice bowl. My father died 3 years ago. This is one of the only things of his that I wanted, and I got it. This was the bowl that he ate rice out of every time we had any kind of Asian food around the house. All right, let's have a look. You can see here, look. You can see how it's cooking all the way around the edges. There's not a whole lot of pink left here. Right, so another 2.5, 3 minutes. Those guys are ready. They come out, we get the rice, we put the whole thing together. So on paper towels, they get a quick drain. Get a little rice. So we take a piece of the pork. Hear the crunch? Oh, yes, yes. Put a few slices up on top. So just a little bit of this. And then some of the purple red green onions or whatever the hell they're called. A bite. Oh my God. A beautiful bite of the cook's pig tenderloin turned into tonkatsu with, oh my God. With that on this, in this bowl, well, the bowl doesn't really help the flavor to anybody but me, but oh, holy crap. You have to, I say that all the time, but you have to make this. Please, will you make this? All right, thanks for hanging out. Don't go away, and see you in a couple minutes. You have time to pee. You go to the bathroom, that's cool. Get yourself something from the fridge, then come back. Because the food at the end is gonna be really good. See you. This is Sam the cooking guy. So the pork belly, just finishing. Super tender, it's gonna be amazing. And then I'll show you what we're gonna do with it. The tomahawk chops are here. They've marinated beautifully. Look at them. Here's what I like. This fat around here, that's gonna be special. Especially when it gets all crispy, those burnt edges and stuff. Now, the marinade, you have two choices. One is you can throw it out. The other thing is, you can do this, put it in a little pot. As long as you bring it to a boil, it now becomes this little extra sauce for you for dipping the chops in, right? All right, so let's throw this kid on the heat. All right, so first things first, turn your fan on because it's gonna be smoky. Next, that
is a pork chop, ladies and gentlemen. And that's a pork chop. Wow. These are a nice size. They're not ridiculous. If they were like double cut, they were like this, it'd be very difficult to cook them just on top of the grill. You'd have to finish them off in the oven, or you would char them way beyond where you would want them on the outside before you got them where you wanted on the inside. But these guys are quite doable. So we'll give them about a minute or so before we turn them, right? So now we'll turn these guys. I'm excited. We boiled this away. We're doing good. So you can see it sort of looks like it's almost cooked like about a quarter of the way through. Almost. Look at that. This beautiful little charring. Look how gorgeous that guy is. Look at this. Look at this. This. Can you see this? It's unbelievable. Look at these guys. No way. Jose, yes. All right, turn this off. And look how beautiful. Oh, I love them. Cut one fully off the bone. And then. So here's the beautiful thing about pork now. Like a little pink. As long as it's cooked to 145 degrees, a little pink is fine. And to prove it, I'll have a most delicious bite. Oh, Christina was right. They take good care of their pigs, and they make amazing pork. All right, but this, now come on. Let's take this little guy. Hello, Junior. Look at this. Okay, come. I would definitely let it cool a little bit before I did this. But I want you to see what I like to do with these things. So I want to try and cut a piece. So this pork belly, look at this pork belly is now so like pull apart wonderful with this little layer of fat on top. But now I'm going to make it even more wonderful. We get a little pan hot. We're making a little baby slider out of this. There is a popular Chinese little white bun called a bao, B-A-O, that's commonly used for little pork buns like this. But that requires you going to a specialty market or making them yourself. So we're gonna use this, but we're gonna really like the result, I promise you. So one of these is going in here as soon as that gets hot. And I'm putting this on it. Hoisin sauce you've seen before. Hoisin sauce. It's kind of like Chinese barbecue sauce. It's the perfect little complement to this. I'm just covering this up because this is one I hadn't seen before. Boom, garlic hoisin sauce. And all that's gonna do is just add one more little layer of flavor. So take our pan. We'll take one of these guys. All we're trying to do, get them a little bit crispy. Okay, watch. So here's what I'm trying to do. Look, I'm just trying to get a little color. That's nice. See, you can almost hear that. I'm gonna do both sides, and then I'm gonna do this fat face down. Boom, to get that nice and crispy too. A little cilantro. I like in this. You could put onion, you could put cucumber, you could put whatever you want. Now we'll take this. Now I'm just gonna pick this guy up and just do straight down on top of the fat. Look at the color. Is that gorgeous or what? Okay, so this gets just a little bit of this. I'm gonna make it just slightly more decadent by adding a little Japanese mayonnaise, because that's me and I really like that. A little here. This little beautiful crispy guy, like that, and then some cilantro on top. This little guy right here is gonna make me very happy. pork belly, braised soy and beer pork belly in a little slider bun. Oh, and I mean that in every sense of the words. All right. I'm porked out. It's been porktastic. I could eat like 100 of those. Holy moly. All right, here's the rule. If you know somebody that missed the show, they can go to thecookingguy.com and watch the full episode. Recipes are there, all kinds of stuff. Check out the Asian pantry thing. It's somewhere there. We'll try and make it obvious on the homepage. The addition of a couple little sauces makes a huge difference to your cooking. Thank you for hanging out with us. Don't eat the same food all the time. We'll see you back here sometime, right? Nobody knows when, but we'll see you back here. Thanks for being here. See ya.